Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Hello, I'm Russ Evans, the Associate Dean of Naval Studies at the United States Naval Community College. It is my pleasure to introduce our president, Dr. Randy Constantino. Dr. Constantino has a bachelor's degree in political science and psychology from the University of Pennsylvania. She also has a master's degree in business administration from Harvard and also a doctorate in education from the University of Pennsylvania.
1 year ago, each of you became pioneers in naval relevant education when you volunteered to be among the first 34 students to earn a Naval Studies certificate through the U.S. Naval Community College. You've spent 40 weeks learning about leadership, history, naval force design, civilian and military relations, and geopolitics. Today, you're graduating as the first ever recipients of the Naval Studies certificate. Secretary of the Navy Carlos del Toro said that the naval mission demands leaders who possess the highest intellectual and warfighting capabilities in order to confront the many dangers of a complex world. You've taken vital steps to become the leaders with warfighting rigor, intellectual dynamism, and innovative creativity that we need. This helps our naval services maintain strategic advantage over our competitors and our global adversaries. As we reflect on this moment, it's important to also remember the naval pioneers who paved the way for higher education within our forces. These trailblazers and innovators helped shape the Navy, Marine Corps, and Coast Guard into the formidable and respected force that they are today. Commodore Stephen Bleecker Luce joined the Navy as a midshipman at 14 years old. He graduated from the Naval Academy when he was 21 and served during the Civil War, where he commanded the Monitor Nantucket during the siege on Charleston, South Carolina. After the war ended, Luce organized the Navy Apprentice Training Program to ensure enlisted sailors received formal training. This was the first time sailors would have training instead of on-the-job learning. He would then go on to found the Naval War College in Newport, Rhode Island in 1884. This earned him a promotion to Rear Admiral before he hit his mandatory retirement age in 1889. He then returned to the Naval War College as faculty before retiring again at the age of 83. 10 years later, Major General John Archer Lejeune served as the 13th Commandant of the Marine Corps and is often considered one of the greatest leaders in the history of the organization. His focus on education and enlisted training innovated the foundations of the Marine Corps, refocusing it as a naval force and ensuring a mentally, physically, and morally fit establishment. While Lejeune was growing his career as a legendary Marine, Commander Elmer Stone, affectionately known as Archie, was building his career as the first naval aviator in the Coast Guard. He helped establish the Coast Guard's aviation program and served as a test pilot for new aircraft. He also participated in numerous rescue missions, using his skills as a pilot to save the lives of people in distress. In addition to his work as a pilot, Stone also made important contributions to the development of air navigation and air traffic control systems. He served as a consultant to the Federal Aviation Administration and helped to establish the first air traffic control tower at LaGuardia Airport in New York. These are just a few examples of the many pioneers who've contributed to the success and growth of the U.S. Naval Forces. Their legacy lives on in the dedicated men and women such as yourselves who serve today. You are pioneers in education. I encourage you to take what you've learned over the past year and pass it on to the sailors, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen that you lead and mentor. As each of these pioneers before you created something greater out of their opportunities, you have the opportunity to do the same. Use the knowledge that you gained this last year and create something greater. Push the boundaries of what we do as a naval force so that we can maintain the strategic advantage over our adversaries. You are the future of the naval forces. Congratulations, graduates of the U.S. Naval Community College, and to your families and loved ones who've supported you on this journey. I wish you continued success in your education and all the best in your naval careers.
Next, we'll hear from one of the top students in our inaugural graduating class for the Naval Studies Certificate, Corporal Erica M. Pickle, United States Marine Corps.
Good morning, and thank you, Professor Evans. My name is Erica Pickle. I'm a corporal in the United States Marine Corps and a graduate of the United States Naval Community College's Naval Studies program. Thank you, friends, family, faculty, and fellow graduates for joining us today. I am privileged to be celebrating this milestone with you and honored to be speaking before you. Finding the support to pursue higher education as an enlisted service member is no easy task. Much like scaling the O course in recruit training, there are walls to scale, ropes to climb, barbed wire to low crawl under. But every graduate here today took the initiative, they put in the work, and they earned that Naval Studies program certificate. Pioneers are innovators. They create change, they forge new paths, and they open new lines of thought for those that will come next, like General Lejeune, like Commander Stone, and like Chief Loretta Walsh, the first female naval chief who helped pave the way for women in the Navy. The knowledge, experience, and skills that the Naval Studies program provides its students will enable a generation of critical thinkers and prepare them to take action. It is with a new perspective and greater understanding that they will continue to build on to these legacies. I'd like to leave you with a quote from the German military officer Hans von Sicht. The essential thing is action. Action has 3 stages: the decision born of thought, the order or preparation for execution, and the execution itself. All 3 stages are governed by the will. The will is rooted in character. And for the man of action, character is of more critical importance than intellect. Intellect without will is worthless, and will without intellect is dangerous. Congratulations to the graduates of the Naval Studies program.
It is my pleasure to introduce Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, Sergeant Major Black. Sergeant Major Black became the 19th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps, 26 July 2019. He's a Louisville, Kentucky native. Sergeant Major Black completed his recruit training at Marine Corps Recruit Depot, Paris Island, April 1988. Sergeant Major Black previously was an O-331 machine gunner, drill instructor, school instructor, a RTR drill master, first sergeant and sergeant major at various commands. He holds a Bachelor of Science in Terrorism, Counterterrorism Studies from National American University and is a graduate of Joint Special Operations Forces Senior Enlisted Academy, December 2011.
I'd like to take this moment to congratulate you for your success in the course. Your commitment to higher education is commendable, and I'm proud you chose the U.S. Naval Community College to help advance your career as an educated warfighter. What's most important is the state of readiness of our naval services, with a strong and capable core of enlisted service members. Although we've transitioned from a fight against terrorism and insurgency in the Middle East, we're still at the precipice of change. It's uncertain when or where our next fight will be, but I'm certain that our Marines, sailors, and members of the Coast Guard will be leading the charge. There is a direct impact that naval relevant education makes on improving critical thinking skills in the modern warfighter. We're adding undisputable value to our naval force when we broaden the scale of how we operate together. It's a strategic flex that only you, our people, had the initiative to get after. We have the world's finest Marine Corps, Navy, and Coast Guard, and we can and would win today. However, more change across our naval services in the coming years is inevitable, and you've chosen to grow with and be a part of the modernization. Through you, we do and we will maintain our warfighting advantage over our adversaries. You have demonstrated to those you serve with what the fight and win ethos entails: learning, growing, achieving. Standing ready for the next fight. Congratulations, and thank you to the U.S. Naval Community College staff for the work and effort in getting us here today. Our team of warfighters can't get stronger without the right resources, all of which you have provided. Semper Fidelis.
The Naval Studies Certificate is attended by students from the United States Navy, the United States Marine Corps, and the United States Coast Guard. The course of study is 5 courses in 15 semester hours. It is designed to supplement training and education and provide greater context for the student's service. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony.